Hello friends, welcome to Code Crash Coding. In the previous video, we have already learned about functional interface, how to pass the arguments to a function interface that we have already seen in the demo. That link is already in the description. Now we are going to learn about function chaining. So function chaining is used to combine the functions. In similar way, we have seen in the predicate functional interface also. It was called as predicate joining. Remember, we have predicate joining, and to combine two predicates, we had three logical operators: and, or, and negate. In same way, for function chaining, to combine the functions, we have two methods that are used. First is and and second is compose. Now remember these two methods, and compose. We will see how to make use of them in the demo. So here I have a class called functional demo. Inside this class, I have one main method. Now let's declare first two functions and then we will try to combine them. Let's have our first function. This is from java.util function. And as you know, the input argument and output argument data type we need to provide in a function. Let's say we want to get the square of a provided number here. So if I pass here integer, I will also get put as integer, right? Integer. And this is my function 1 f1. Here I will say I into I. So whatever value here I will pass, I will return the square of it. So basically we will multiply it with itself. Now I need to provide your second function. I will say a function, let's say, that also accept an integer and also return an integer. Here we will provide the square of a number. Okay, so this is my integer. Then I will say here f2. This is my second function, and again it will accept a number which is I, and then it will return me the cube of it. So I will say here I into I into I, right? Now I want to test it. So how to test them? You need to say f1 dot apply, right? Apply is the method here, and here you need to pass the number. So if I pass here 2, so this will return us a square of a number. So let me pass this particular statement in a sysout. So I will say here now pass this f1 dot apply. Yeah. In similar way, I need to also call the second function that we have f2, and here I will say f2 dot apply, and also I will pass here 2. So the first statement will return me the square of a number. So I into I, it will return me 2 into 2 4. Second will return me the cube of 2. Let's run this code. So see, we are getting here 4 and 8. So first one is returning me square, second one is returning me a cube. But what I want to do, I want to combine these two functions. How to combine them? As I have mentioned earlier, we have two methods, andThen and compose. Let's first see andThen here. So what we need to do, let me remove the statements here. Here I will say f1, then andThen. So andThen is a method, and here you need to pass the second function that you have. So I have f2 here, right? f2, and then we need to call the apply method. So I will say here apply, and then I will pass here an integer, let's say 2. Now this particular statement, what it will do, it will first execute f1 and then f2. So what will happen in this case, first this apply method will call the f1. So here it will come and it will say 2 into 2, which is 4. So we will get the output as 4, and then it will execute f2. But for f2, the I will be 4, not 2, because we have already executed this statement and now it has written us 4. So 2 into 2, it will be 4, and then this 4 will be passed to this particular statement. So it will return us 4 into 4 into 4. So cube of 4. Let me print it. Here sysout, and here this particular statement. Let's run this. Now we are getting a single result. So what is happening here? First time f1 is called. So when f1 is called, we are passing the value 2. So 2 into 2, this will be 4, right? and then this 4 is passed here, so it will basically do the calculation as 4 into 4 into 4. So 4 into 4 16, 16 into 4 is 64. In this way the and then works. So basically in and then, whatever the predicate you have passed here, that will be executed, and then the second one will be executed. But I want to do reverse. Let's say I want to execute first the F2 and then execute the F1. So what I need to do, instead of and then, I need to make use of compose method. Okay. So what we can do here, so I will say F1 dot compose, and then I will pass F2 and then call apply method, and again I will pass here 2. Now this statement, what it will do, it will first call F2. So for F2 it will execute here 2 into 2 into 2, right? So what will be the output here? 2 into 2 is 4, 4 into 2 is 8, and then it will execute F1. So here for I it will pass 8, and then it will say 8 into 8, 8 into 8. Okay, now let's see what output we are getting. Let's pass it inside a sysout. Let's run this code. Okay, so first one we already know how it's got 64, but for second one it is executing 2 into 2 into 2 first, which is our 8, and then it is executing 8 into 8, 64. Now let me change the values here. So if I say here 4 for the first one, and for second one it's again 4. Now let's run this code. Okay, so now we are getting here 4096. Now let's take another example. Let's say instead of integer, here we will set double, and what we'll do, we will divide this I by 2. Let's divide it by 2.0. Okay, so it's double, and what we will do in the next case, we will just have the square here. Remove this comment part. We need to say double. Let's save it, and then okay, okay, instead of double, let's say integer only, because then the second one we are accepting the integer. Okay, fine. Now let's run this code. Okay, now let's check first and then. So in the and then, what will happen? First F1 will be executed, right? So what will be the value of I? It will be 4. So 4 divided by 2, it will be 2. So the result here will be 2. And this 2 will be passed to I. So 2 into 2, so it will be 4. So we are getting the output as 4, final result as 4. In the second case, what will happen? First F2 will be executed, and what value of I it will be? It will be 4. So what will be the output here? 4 into 4, it will be 16, and this 16 will be passed to this I, which is F1. So 16 divided by 2, it will be 8. So the final output will be 8. So we are getting here 8. So I hope you understand how to make use of function chaining to combine the multiple functions with the help of and then and compose. So that's it in this video. In the next video we will see about bifunction functional interface.